Hey everybody, it is I, Hellgear, and I wanted to bring you a little bit of news. One of the people in my Cuphead community said, "Hey Hellgear, did you hear about the most recent Cuphead news that dropped today?" And I'm like, "No." And he's like, "No, you better go check it out." So, that's why I'm here doing this video. Now, I got the info on my tablet here of the letter that we have from the Moldenhauers on the Studio MDHR Facebook page. And I'm going to read this to you guys. So, I would like to, before I get started on reading, first and foremost say thank you to everybody enjoying the Cuphead series. Greatly appreciate that. Second, after I read this letter, I am not only going to ask you what you think, but also give my take on this, as well as some plans for the series herein. While the Delicious Last Course is a continuation of Cuphead and Mugman's grand adventure, it's also a conclusion to the story that began on that fateful day at the Devil's Casino. In true Studio MDHR fashion, we aren't content for this final chapter to be anything less than our best work. Throughout development, we've challenged ourselves to put everything we learned from making Cuphead into the quality of the Delicious Last Course's animation, design, and music. Meeting this standard has been extremely challenging for us amid the global pandemic that has affected so many of our fellow developers. Rather than compromise our vision in response to COVID, we've made the difficult decision to push back the release of the Delicious Last Course until we are confident it will delight the Cuphead community the way we feel it should. We know many of you have been waiting to return to the Inkwell Isles, and our goal is to make that trip there next year a truly magical one. With our warmest regards, Chad and Jared Moldenhauer. So, as you guys can tell by the letter that I just read, due to COVID, the Rona has made it so that the development team is pushing back the Delicious Last Course further. So, tell me what you think of that. Do you think this was a good move by the Moldenhauer brothers? Do you think this is a bad move? Let me know that first in the comment section below. Now, the next thing I would like to know is your honest opinion of things. And I want to talk about this because I've made a good headway in progress for the Delicious Last Course. I was hoping that my next episode of Cuphead be with the Delicious Last Course started, like so many of us have been hoping for out there. But I want to just give everybody a quick little rundown of how I've gone through each of these islands. Now, the scores that you see of me doing this are of me playing the game on normal mode. I have not played this game in the entire series on easy mode. All of you have seen the playthrough, you've seen the videos of course. You know I'm not doing the easy mode. You don't get anywhere doing things on easy street. This is all middle road. I have not, however, played hard mode on any of these stages. So, that's how the stages are looking so far. Now, if you guys want to see me do hard mode as we wait for the Delicious Last Course, again, tell me in the comment section below. Nah. Well, I got one nay from the gallery, and you know, I don't blame them. They'd rather me wait for DLC. But that's my progress. Then let me know about some other forms of Cuphead content you would like to see me do for this series. Okay, now my particular response on it would be this, and I would like to take this time to address Chad and Jared Moldenhauer. So to the Moldenhauer brothers, if you guys are watching this, first and foremost, I apologize for the background. It is the holidays after all. Now, in regards to the delicious last course, I understand that COVID has made it hard for you guys, and I give you kudos for prioritizing the health and well-being of the development team. You know, you guys are great for that. You will always be great for that. But I'm hoping that I could perhaps interest you in giving the community an appetizer. Well, Hellgear, what do you mean by an appetizer? I mean, you're talking about an appetizer for the delicious last course, right? Yes, I am. All right, well, tell us about this appetizer that you've had in mind. Well, while we, the Cuphead community and the players of the game, are waiting for the delicious last course to, well, it has to recook again, apparently. Food analogies and euphemisms, man. Sometime while the development resumes, or possibly 1 week after talking with the team, over however you talk with the team at social distance, you'll consider a mini update to the game. And what this update does is it allows players to play as Miss Chalice for the first part of the game. Now, I know what you're thinking. Based on the story of the game, this kind of breaks a little sense, but hear me out. With this release, there's that silver lining, because you know you gotta have the straights for it. And that straight is, in order to play as Miss Chalice after this update, while we wait for the delicious last course, you have to beat the devil. You know, you have to beat the devil on normal mode. Not on easy mode, but on normal mode. This will allow players to use Miss Chalice to go through the main islands of the game while waiting for the DLC. In doing it like this, the idea is to give all the players who have completed the main islands, this gives them the time to get used to and adjust to Miss Chalice's controls, because you guys have shown us through the video and told us through the art of Cuphead that our leading lady moves a little differently than the boys. And I figured, well, while we're waiting for the last part of the game, let us who've already beaten the devil on normal mode get a sense of how she controls, how she plays, how she feels through the first islands. And we can compare it to how we beat through all the bosses, the run and guns of the normal games with cups and mugs. Well, give us a chance to give us a feel of how she plays while we wait for the most important part, where we figure things out, because as you mentioned, the delicious last course tells us more of her story. Plus, she's already present in the graphic novels. Hopefully you guys will come to a consensus, maybe do that way. I'm not saying make the update so players can use Miss Chalice out the gate, you know, because that would defeat the whole purpose. I say you got to go through the game, you got to beat the devil first. Then after you beat the devil, while you're waiting for the delicious last course, here's an appetizer. Get used to how Miss Chalice controls with all of the current stuff that you have. Going through the bosses again if you want to better your scores using her. See how she parries, see how she reacts to all the other stuff that you have before we get the new parts via the DLC, the new items, the new charms, the new weapons, that sort. That way, we who've played through the game already, we have a better sense on how Miss Chalice works, because the game hasn't even brought her into it yet, and the community already loves her. We already love little Miss Chalice. But it would be nice to have the ability to get a sense of how she feels so we can prepare ourselves to better enjoy the delicious last course. Think of it like having a steak, but before you have the steak, you're served that glass of wine to complement the steak. I say, hopefully you guys can think about that and let the community know in a future tweet or Facebook post or post on Instagram about it, because I'm really hoping to get a first-hand grasp of her. And I know a lot of people in the community are looking forward to get a first-hand grasp of Miss Chalice as well. Anyways, everyone, that's my take on the Cuphead news. Let me know what you think in the comments section below. Thank you very much for all of your support on the series. Be sure to like, comment, sub, and bell. And tell me what other Cuphead things you'd like to see for the content of this series while we wait for the delicious last course. As well as let me know what you think of my ideas for having her playable after you beat the devil while we wait for the last course. But for now, I take my goose from the oven because I'm done.